hey, I wanted to get with y'all before the game as we're getting closer to the Oregon Ohio State matchup out in Alton. Wanted to give y'all some thoughts on the game, some keys to victory, if you will. Some concerns, some things I love, all of that. We all been waiting for this matchup, right? We've all been waiting on this. So it's finally here. So I definitely wanted to dive in and get some more interaction out there with y'all. So first and foremost, this is going to be a game where I feel like the coaching staffs, number one, I just feel like this is just my opinion based off of watching both. I watched a little bit of the press conferences for Oregon as well. And, familiar with Dan Lanning, I really believe the coaching staffs will be on display. I think Chip Kelly, Ryan Day are, just looking to really get in their bag. I think Knowles has been sandbagging a little bit, being a little vanilla defensively, as we've seen leading up to this game, with some questionable head scratching. Why are you playing so far off? Why are we looking so vanilla? You haven't seen many stunts. We've only seen a handful of blitzes, if that. And we haven't had to pull everything out, which is great. And then with Oregon, they've been in some dog fights with some lesser teams. So maybe they've had to go in the bag a little bit more, but they're going to have some stuff. They're going to have some wrinkles. So I believe both coaching staffs are going to be really out there trying to master each other. So with that said, let's get into it. So first and foremost, I want to point this out as far as Ohio State coming into this matchup and why I believe, and other fans, I can speak for some fans, believe that we can go out to Alton and win this game. And number one is the defense. So, first and foremost, I want to show y'all what some fans out there for Oregon are saying about this matchup. And if you see right here, as I share my screen, I've seen more than one Oregon fan claim this. Just from the eye test so far, the 2021 OSU team was far superior to this year's team. Do y'all read that garbage? Not going to be an easy win for either team. Okay, fine. Not going to be an easy win. That's the most reasonable part of this tweet. So, that thinking to me is just the goofiest of goofy, because it's just so off base and uninformed. 2021 was arguably, and I believe if I go back and look, even statistically, the worst Ohio State defense either in history or one of, like top two, top three, with Kerry Combs. Remember? C.J. Stroud's first year starting, his second start, threw for 484 in their defense. Our defense was awful. We didn't know what gap sound meant. Not Knowles, but Kerry Combs was in over his head. It is what it is. They beat us at the shoe, right? Horrible defense. Now, fast forward to 2024, all right? And we have the number one scoring defense and the number one total defense, right? Coming off a year last year where we had a top 5 defense, returning all those guys, adding Caleb Downs. So you're going to fix your lips to tell me that the 2021, it's one thing to say 2021 was better, which is ridiculous, but far better? No. Yes, C.J. Stroud is a better quarterback than Will Howard. Okay, fine. But even he was in his second start. And yes, the offense was good, but the total team included that horrible defense that we had. This defense alone being way better than that defense kills that comment. But I've heard Oregon fans point out, oh, we beat you in Columbus in 2020. That has nothing to do with this team. It's a completely different team, completely different coaches, as far as, play calling and things like that. So just please stop that. This defense has proven to be physical. Some of you uninformed, casual fans out there can try to poo-poo Iowa as if they're nothing. No, Iowa's not a national title contender, but they are physical, all right, up front especially. They will get after you. Their defense has been proven over the years. Any football head knows Iowa's defense is legit. Their scheme is legit. It's tough to move the ball on them, period. And they're physical up front. We ran the ball down their throats, okay? We won the line of scrimmage. Everybody watching the game saw that. This defense is physical. The secondary is fast. I hate to say flying around because it's such an overused term, but they do fly around. Caleb Downs has been activated. All right. So this defense, I would say the weakest part of this defense is the linebacker core. And they played well last week against a very physical downhill running attack, filling their gaps properly, triggering properly, swarming to the ball, playing like linebackers, like an Ohio State linebacker should play. So coming off of that performance, I mean, yes, technically they're the weakest unit based off of the strengths of the other units, but they're still coming off a game where they played very well. So the defense, number one, I feel like is a reason why I feel very confident about Ohio State going to Alton and getting the dub. All right, I'll say this. Number one, we can't let Dylan Gabriel go crazy with his legs, buying time. Some people hate the cage rush, but we need to keep him contained, make him throw off platform, make him throw them lollipops up there as he occasionally does when he's under pressure. Throw it to our secondary so we can house it. Do not let him get outside the pocket consistently and make plays with his feet or either buying time with his arm. All right. We saw teams like Idaho and Boise State pop that dude. We saw them get after their offensive line and get back there and sack him. We all saw that. So, their O-line has not impressed me all year. Like they can get got. So we need to get to him and keep him uncomfortable. I know they're going to get the ball out quickly, a bunch of quick throws. That's what they do. They're going to try to set you up. They want to spread you out. They want to make you guard the whole field, yada, 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 all that stuff. And then they want to hit you up middle with the run. They want to stress and stretch you out and then pop you up the middle with a run, play action, things like that. They're going to try to set you up. They have an awesome tight end, great tight end. He's a weapon. So we're probably going to see a lot of zone from our defense, and that's fine. I think that's perfectly fine against this attack. So yeah, we need to get after their offensive line and put pressure on them and obviously stop the run. I think the confidence of this defense is sky high coming off that performance against Iowa's rushing attack, the number 2 rusher in the country last week. I think their confidence is very high. Now, this is a different style of offense they're going against, but we still have those same defenders, with our base 4-2-5, out there with Hancock out there who can certainly help out in the run. And Sonny Styles playing like he did last week. We do have the personnel and the ability, the athleticism to get after their spread attack and snuff out what they do. Period. So that's the first thing. Also, the run game, the flip side on offense, our run game, I think is going to be something that will be highlighted this game. Our run game against their defense, against their front, I think is going to be it's going to be the focal point in this game of why we win this game. I believe we're going to win by at least 10 to 14 points. I think that's the margin. Right now, in my head, I got like a 27-13, 27-14 type of score in my head. All right. And I think we're going to control the game with the run. Quinshawn, Henderson, Will Howard. You noticed that we ran the ball with Will Howard, a few QB power plays, a few draws, whatever. My boy Dylan Freeman, very, very bright football mind, was talking with him earlier. He was saying that they were trying some things to see what was working, what wasn't working, to prepare for this matchup as far as running Will. So we're absolutely going to run Will Howard. There's going to be some zone read, especially probably in the red zone. Just trust that Will's legs will be on full display along with Quinshawn's and Henderson's. And our O-line has a really good chance to maul. Again, teams have ran on Oregon. They can be got. We're going to run the ball on them. And I think it's going to be something that when you come away from the game, that's going to be the thing you point at, is Ohio State's dominant run game is going to be one of the things that you hear and see about this, because I think Oregon is vulnerable with that. And I believe we have a powerful attack that really we haven't seen the fullness of it yet. And I think we have a chance to do that this Saturday in Alton. All right. So also, I think we have the advantage with the mismatch with our wide receivers versus their secondary. Now, Oregon fans, they love their number one corner. I forget his name. I got to look his name up. They love him, but they're not too crazy about their second corner. So, they feel like he could be picked on. Reed. Reed is their second corner. Muhammad is their number one corner, I believe. So, we have too many weapons. So you got J.J. Smith, obviously, Emeka Ibuka, and Carnell Tate will be playing third receiver, who's a very good receiver. Doesn't lack speed or ability or athleticism. Great weapon. I can see him eating really, really good with them really trying to bracket potentially and focus on J.J. Smith and take Ibuka away, which they're not going to do, at least consistently. But Carnell Tate will have a lot of opportunities to really make an impact in this game. So I believe he can really take advantage of that. Our O-line, as far as pass blocking, has to hold up, and they've been doing that. Iowa was a really good front. They did a great job of giving Will Howard time back there. And Will has to make good decisions. He's been saying in press conferences and things like that, he needs to learn not to, force things or just kind of, find a balance of attacking with an opportunity and not forcing things. It's a thin line. I get that. But that's something he'll need to continue to do, especially on a road in this environment. Because, we don't need to force anything. Things are going to come, I believe, because we have the talent to do it, and we just need to execute. And the coaches need to put our players in the best position to do that. And I believe they will. But Oregon's DBs also are a little smallish. I don't think they even have a guy over 6 foot, or maybe one that's over 6 foot. There's a big opportunity there. And obviously, Dan Lanning, a defensive guy, he's going to have some stuff. He's going to try to confuse Will Howard. There's going to be some zone blitzing coming from different ways. Might bring the safety, might bring the linebacker on one play, drop some guys back, a D lineman back here. They're going to mix it up. They're going to try to confuse the look for Will Howard as much as possible and put pressure and get us behind the sticks. But that's where the QB run is going to come in to help us stay ahead of the sticks and take advantage and, pick up yards and stay in third and short, because obviously they want us to be behind the sticks and all that. And that's really the game within the game. So, so let's move on. Don't think Chip Kelly is not excited about this game. He's excited about this game. Going back to Oregon, he wants this one. And I'm not saying he has hate and animosity for Oregon. It's just, used to coach there. You want to come, with your new crew, your new shiny crew, and wreck shop and just say, did you miss me? That's what what he wants to do. So Chip's going to be in his bag, man. But on the flip side, I really believe Nose is going to pull some things out, and we're going to see the Caleb Downs shine. We're going to see, listen, here's another thing I think was going to happen. Don't be surprised if you see CJ Hicks in some packages. Don't be surprised if you see CJ Hicks snuck in there on third downs to go after the QB. I feel like we've been hiding that because we all can see he's very effective at it. And I think we might see him out there. Peep that. I'm going to be paying attention to that. But all in all, I think this is going to be a great game. I think the game will start off with, both teams, kind of filling each other out, not trying to do nothing crazy, establish the line of scrimmage. You know what I'm saying? You got your scripted plays, all of that. And when things settle down, I think, our defense, as they've been doing in the second half of games, will start to take over and really clamp down, and we'll pull away. Right now, I'm still kind of thinking about this. Right now, I got 27 to 13, Ohio State. I don't think it's going to be a 45 to 10 or nothing like that. Although we have the talent to do that, but I just don't see that. I don't care if we win by 1 point, just win. But I think this is more of a 27-13 or even 17, maybe a late touchdown or field goal or something. But I think we'll win by 10 to 13 points. And that's how I see it. And, and then the haters the next week will say, oh, well, Oregon wasn't that good. You still ain't playing nobody. You know how that is, man. People are goofy, but it don't matter. We're gonna have fun. Huge game. Just wanted to highlight y'all for a little bit and just let you know where my head is with this matchup, man. Let me know in the comments what you think about the points I made of why I believe Ohio State should win this game and the things we could take advantage of in this matchup. All right, I'll holler at y'all. Peace.